How's it going, y'all? Rowdy Riles back with another video, and I'm a little nostalgic today because I got my big bad toy store pile of loot, and in that pile of loot was 3 figures, and I was like, as soon as I saw them, I put them on pre-order. I was like, I have to get these because I have the ones from when I was a kid. In fact, I'm going to do a whole video on Street Sharks, but today we're taking a look at all 3 of the 30th anniversary, God, I'm old, Street Shark figures from Mattel. This is really actually my first Mattel video. I haven't done any Mattel figures on this channel, and it's really crazy that the first ones are Street Sharks because I had a bunch of these when I was a kid. I still have a bunch of these. So yeah, with all that being said, let's take a close look at the boxes and then we'll get these bad boys open. So here we have our pretty JAWESOME Street Sharks in their packaging. It is just like it was when I was a kid. So they're in those plastic cages. Danger, drilling action, slash, caution, power punching action, ripster, warning, jackhammer, headbutt for jab, and they all say Street Sharks, and they are all very, very nostalgic for me. Oh my gosh. On the back, we get the same artwork for all of them. The only difference is the figure that is represented. So we will read Ripster's little blurb on the back. Oh, actually, I lied because there's a little blurb for all of them. So I guess we got to go over all of them. Name, Ripster, motto, bite is might. 411 file, the natural born leader of the Street Sharks. He's built, he's tough, he's wild-blooded hero with a fist like a freight train. Sharks obey him. Street skills. Needs no weapon except the ones he was born with because of his skill in martial arts. Specializes in the combination of bite boxing and Taekwondo. Main chews, motorcycles, barbells, monster trucks, submarine sandwiches. And they all say they climbed out of the deep end onto the street to stop the gene-juggling madman Dr. Paranoid and his Seviets from devastating Fission City with a tidal wave of crime. For Jab, it says name, Jab. Motto, hit it head on. 411 file, he's a militant guy with an incredible sense of street justice, harder to handle than a hurricane at high tide. His nasty temper is feared by foes and friends alike. Street skills. Hits hard, hits often, strikes his targets with the power of hydraulic jackhammer, batters down barricades, overpowers obstacles, nothing stops him. Main chews, boulders, wrecking balls, toll booths, steel girders, and donut holes. And then lastly, his name is Slash. His motto is drill for thrills. His 411 file, cavalier menace with a snout that touts swashbuckling style. He's the aristocrat of the bunch, insisting that piracy is posh and stealing is suave. Street skills, fences like a musketeer and drills like an oil rig. His bioengineered snout with assorted attachments can pierce and pulverize anything. Favorite feast, chopped liver, oil spills, slimy rocks on water crackers. If you couldn't tell, this is one of the bad guys. But with all of that being said, let's get all 3 of these bad boys open. Also, once you get the cardboard off of all of them, they come with this really cool shark cage, and it's like they're bending their way out, and it's so cool, just like the 90s. I'm so old, I just keep saying that, but gosh, this makes me feel old. So here we have Ripster, Jab, and Slash out of the box. We got some Street Sharks on my new street diorama, so that's really cool. I am really happy to have them. They're not on the spinning table because they won't all fit. They're all huge, but the sculpts kind of remain almost, you know, they're a little bit different, but we do have a lot of like lines and muscles and all that stuff. But the cool thing about these guys is they have more articulation. They've got knee joints and elbow joints and all that stuff, as opposed to just having 5 POA and an action feature like they did when we were kids. And Slash, his drill spins around. So they're toys, like they're action figures, but they're first and foremost toys just brought into our age, you know, from the 90s, which is really awesome. And I'm super, I don't know if I can explain in words how happy this makes me to have these, because these are so cool. I just hope that they sell well enough, hint, hint, go buy them everybody, so that they make the rest, because I really want the whole team of Street Sharks. Checking out the height of our new Street Shark figures, they stand at about, to the top of their fin, 6.5 inches, at least Ripster does. He's bigger than Jab, who stands at about 5 3/4 inches, and then Slash stands at about a little over 5.5 inches. So they're all different heights. But going over the articulation, we're only going to go over one of them because their articulation is all the same, but they do have action features, and we'll check all that out. So shoulders come up 90 degrees. We get a single elbow joint, which is more than the original Street Sharks had. We also get a joint at the wrist, which is side to side, Then we get, well, not really waist for Ripster, but that's his action feature. He just can punch you just like the old original one. Then we actually get leg movement, and there's actually drop down hips in here, which is kind of impressive. Single knees, and of course there is semi-rocker and forward and backward on the foot, and that is essentially the same for all of them. And of course his mouth opens as well, just like the old figures. So that is the articulation scheme for these guys. Now we'll just check out the action features. If you remember Jab, and I will check out the older figures in the comparison, that was his action feature, and his jaw also opens down there at the bottom, so that's cool. And then for Slash, you just pull the trigger on his back, and his nose drill keeps on going, and they're still really fun. I'm just playing with toys at this point, but that's so much fun. I'm 33 years old, and this is still a blast. Just opening their mouths and doing this and making jab, because and I actually punched myself with this to see if it would hurt, and it hurts. So don't let Ripster punch you, because he'll smack you in the face pretty hard. He'll clock you. But yeah, let's check out the accessories, which there are none. So let's get into comparison. First of all, for comparison, we have Ripster and Jab with Ripster and Jab. And the Ripster and Jab that I have are not from the first wave. They're from secondary waves and repaints. But you get the general idea. This just has a leather jacket and doesn't have the action feature, and his mouth doesn't even open, so he is nowhere near as cool as this guy. But this Jab is essentially the same as that, except he has added articulation. And a lot of the Jabs, the older Jabs, this part is broken off, the hammerhead part, so it's cool that I still have one that is intact. I got bit by a mosquito, it's really itchy. And then here are our new Street Sharks with the rest of the team. We have Blades or Streaks, depending on when you asked, all the way at the left. And then Moby Slam, that's not his name, I forget what his name is, but it's something Slam, all the way on the far right, who's a whale shark. And then Streaks is a tiger shark. So yeah, hopefully we get the newer versions of them, because I never ever had him when I was a kid. I had to get him later on in life, and it's not even the original one, because that one's just so hard to find for whatever reason. But I had everyone else. And then here is Slash with some of my original Street Sharks bad guys. We've got the main bad guy there and this lobster guy. I don't remember either of their names, but hopefully we get an update of all of them as well. It'd be really cool. I'm all in on this if they make all of the original Wave 1 at least, or Wave 1 and 2. And then here is Ripster and Slash with the OG Moby Lick. And here is Ripster and Slash with Marvel Legends Spider-Man and our Epic Hack Skeleton. So you can see that they are like in 6-inch scale as far as mutant freak giant sea creatures go. And then lastly, here they are with some Jada toys. So with all that being said, y'all, I will say that the 30th anniversary Street Shark figures are totally worth it, because obviously they're totally worth it to me. I'm a 90s kid. This is my childhood right here. I loved all the action figures and shows that were out when I was, 4, 5, 6. And this was a big part of my childhood. More so than Ninja Turtles and all that stuff. We had Street Sharks in the 90s. So yeah, if you guys like this video, make sure to hit the like button down below. Hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. Comment down below. Let me know if you're picking these guys up. If you had someone when you were a kid, how your day is going. Just let me know what's up in general. And also check out my Patreon, $1 a month, for videos like this one early. As always, I love you. I will see you next time, and bye-bye. Street Sharks, JAWESOME. I'm Vin Diesel, and I've got the Street Shark hand puppets. You guys remember that commercial? You have to remember that commercial. Look it up. I'll probably put it at the end of this.
What are we looking at here?
We're looking at Boomer. This is Boomer. He's got the biggest mouth of them all. He's the whale shark. Say hello to that round mound of pound and his power slam. Sledge the Hammerhead. Sledge the Hammerhead loves to floor the competition with the flying headbutt. You got me? He's the leader of the Street Sharks. He's a great warrior. He sends the competition to a watery grave. Boom! Death. I want to show you something up close and personal. I've got something here with such fantastic detail, it's going to blow you away. Head shark!